welcome back to my channel. Sorry today's video is coming out super late, but I didn't tape it on my days off because I was super tired, and I thought, oh, I'll try to get it out tonight. Hopefully I can get it out before midnight. You probably all be sleeping by the time it goes out, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm sorry that it took me so long to get this video out. Today's not going to be really a tag per se, but it is going to kind of be a tag. I kind of wanted to do stereotyping of Canadians. As you all know, I'm Canadian. So in the media, in television, a lot of American channels portray Canadians the way they think Canadians are. Typical stereotype is that, oh, I thought it was on here, but it's not on this one. Okay, the stereotypes of Canadian is maple syrup, hockey. A is a big one. Igloos and polar bears. I've never seen an igloo, and I've lived in Canada all my life. I've never seen a polar bear, and I've lived in Canada all my life. I have seen maple syrup. That is true. Hockey is a big part of Canadian. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to start off with one because I know... What else would I be starting? I got pretty far on this picture. Just saying. I'm getting pretty far, guys. And I'm liking the outcome of it. I even did the dirty part already. Just letting y'all know. I'm talking about Canadian, but yet I'm talking American. You guys are all rubbing off on me. That's what it is. So I thought I'd do stereotyping of Canadians. So number 20 is we live in igloos. That is not true. I don't know. Maybe in the Northwest Territories they live in igloos. Maybe some Eskimos live in igloos. I don't know. I don't think they do. I think they live in houses, but I don't know because I've never been to the Northwest Territories to find out. But around here, needless to say, unless it was a kid that built a fort outside, you won't see an igloo. And you'd have to have a really good snowstorm for that to happen. And this year was more of a cold snap than really, like, we did have a few good dumps, but nothing like this one year. I remember when I was dating Raymond for the second time. Oh my god, there was such a bad dump. Like, London got hit really bad, and London usually doesn't get hit as bad as we do, but they even got hit super bad. But anyways, that's a different topic. So no, we don't live in igloos. Number 19 is we ice skate or ski to work. Well, I drive my car to work, but sometimes it could slide to work. It does get very slippery in the winter time here, but not enough snow to ski myself to work. I know some guys in my town though do sometimes snowmobile to work. That's the thing, if it's a good dump. Maybe up in other parts of Canada they do, but not here in Ontario. Is winter all year round? No, thank goodness. I hate winter just as much as anybody else hates winter. I hate winter just as bad. And I'm sad that it is already August, which means summer is on to the end. When it hits my birthday, you know that fall is coming. It always starts to get cold around my birthday, and my birthday's in 2 weeks. So hopefully this year it doesn't start getting crappy around my birthday and it stays warmer till at the end of September. That's what I'm hoping for, but I don't know if that will be reality. Because sometimes we don't get snow here in Ontario till January. If it's a good year, we don't get any snow till January. That's the kind of winters that I like. Where winter is just from January to March, April. That would be the most awesome winter. I don't like having snow in October, November, and December. I can go without a white winter. Without a white Christmas, that's for sure. I know some people, or just like a little snow dust on Christmas Day, and that's good enough for me. I can go with a green Christmas. It doesn't bother me at all. I prefer, because that's when everybody does traveling. Who wants to drive and traveling during a winter snowstorm? Not me. We say a boot about everything, and I don't really understand what this means. It's a boot. It's a boot. No, a boot. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't think we do. I don't understand that saying. Maybe an American can shed light to me about what that means, because we say about. We don't say a boot. Like, I don't think we have an accent. I will still say this. I don't think everybody else has an accent, but we don't. I will still say this to this day. We have polar bears as pets. I wish. No, I don't, because I think they're vicious. But, proven fact, this is not in this one, but in Churchill, Manitoba, I read up, and me and my daughter started laughing, that there is actually a polar bear jail in Manitoba in Churchill. Because apparently the polar bears are so bad in Churchill, Manitoba, that they had to build a jail for the polar bears to try to like stop them from coming into town. Which I thought that was hilarious when I read that. I didn't even know there was polar bears in Manitoba. So it shows you how much I know. I thought polar bears were just up in the Northwest Territories, but I was wrong. Everyone plays hockey. My kids never played hockey, but my brother had his son in hockey. Hockey is, I will say, hockey is a big factor in Canada. Everybody loves their hockey here. Even though all our NHL teams are not doing so hot. But just remember, people, our Canadian boys are playing on your American teams. Proven fact. Because we've had 2 from our town win Stanley Cups for the U.S. And that is a proven fact. Because we've had the cup in our town twice. And one of them I know very well, Brian Campbell. We put maple syrup on everything. No, that's not true, but my daughter does like putting maple syrup on her sausages for breakfast. That is a thing. That is a thing we do here. But maple syrup is delicious. I've been once to a maple syrup farm on a school trip. That was fun. But other than that, You don't put it on everything. That would be gross. But it is good on sausages. I gotta give Alyssa that one. I think I taught her that. It tastes super yummy. You should try. I think they even do flavored maple syrup sausages, to tell you the truth. Dog sleds are a main form of transportation. I wish. What would be cheaper, buying dog food or buying gas? Probably buying dog food. The rate our gas is lately. No, just the thought of having to take care of all those dogs? No. Nope. I don't think Gigi and Lola can pull a sled. I have my focus outside that takes me everywhere I want to go. So I drive forward. It's not for pickup. We all speak French. That's not true at all, because I don't know Stitch French. I took French all through public school and high school. I had to do you only need 1 credit of French in high school, and that, I tell you, is all I took, because I hated French. And I still do. I went to Montreal and Quebec. That's the only other province. I've been to Quebec, the province of Quebec. That's the only province I've been to in Canada other than Ontario, which is sad because I've only been to 1 province other than my own. But yet I've been through a whole bunch of states in the United States. I've seen more of the United States than I have of my own country, which is sad, but Canada is a big place and it takes a long time to get anywhere. I'm not even gonna lie. That is probably why I've seen more of the US than I have of Canada. But we went to Montreal on a trip. And thank goodness my sister Yvette knows a little bit of French, because once you leave Ontario and you hit Quebec, it's like you're in a different country, because all the signs are in French. Everything's in French. Everybody talks French. They do speak English there too, but it's very far and few between of people that speak English. Like, a lot of them do know English, but a lot of them speak French. And only speak French. Like, I went to McDonald's and they were speaking French to me, and I didn't have a clue what to order because I didn't know how to say it in French. And the guy just kind of chuckled at me and then started talking to me in English, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness he knows how to speak English. I remember that of my trip to, I think that was in Montreal, because I went to Montreal first. It was me, my sister Yvette, and my niece Michelle. And then on the second trip, I went with my sister Helen and Goretti and Yvette. Both times we had a blast. We went on, like, it was the Portuguese school trip. But I never took Portuguese. My sister Yvette took Portuguese. I just did the fundraiser with her to go on the trip, because I could care less about learning how to speak Portuguese, like write and speak Portuguese. Well, I already know how to speak Portuguese, but I guess I should learn how to read and write it. So yeah, we went with the Portuguese class, because they used to have Portuguese class on the weekend at the public school. I remember that when I was younger. They don't have it anymore. Now they do have a Portuguese class where my daughter goes to school. You can take Portuguese and you can take Spanish and French, obviously. But yeah, I like that class. Sarah took that class. My oldest daughter, she took the Portuguese class. And they actually cook for the parents, which is really cool. So I hope my daughter takes it too, so I can go again for the dinner. That would be super cool. Oh, there's a new episode of True Crime Garage. Okay, oh geez, what's the next one? We have free health care. We do have free health care, but there is some, we do have free health care, but not everything is free like everybody thinks it is. Like, yes, a lot of it is free, but a lot of things too, they'll only pay once. And because we have free health care, I find that the wait times at the hospital are ridiculous. But I do appreciate it being in a country where it has free health care, because I don't know where I'd be if I was at any other country that didn't. And then it benefits to have good benefits too, right? Because I'm blessed with my job because I get 100% coverage on prescription and dental. The only thing that my work lacks on is eye care. They don't have a very good eye care plan. But other than that, I'm blessed to have a good benefit plan here. And it does help that we have free health care. That's for sure. We are very polite. I think we are, but in a certain fact too, there's mean people in Canada too. Not everybody is nice. Like, I understand, like, we are courteous and we are nice or whatever, like they're saying, like we're polite or whatever. Yeah, sure, granted, but we have enemies too. We're not all nice to each other. I don't think anybody is. I don't think any country is. Really. There is mean people everywhere. Even in Canada, believe it or not. We are over apologetic. I know I am over apologetic. I tend to say I'm sorry a lot, even if it's not my fault. But that's just me. And then people were like, why are you saying sorry? It wasn't even your fault. It's just the way I am. So I can kind of agree on that. But that's only because I'm like that. So maybe that's why I think that. And I hope there's not very many more A's, because that's all I have left. I'm getting near the end. I got just this little bit left here, and then the top row, and I think the top row is more like the solid colors. Ow! I just hurt myself. So, yeah. We love number 8. We love our poutine. That is for sure. I love me some poutine, and it has to be a real poutine with real cheese turds. Yes. Even though there's this one place in town that makes a really good poutine, and they don't use cheese turds, they just use plain shredded cheese, and it's super good. And I'll eat that too, if it's a super good one like that. If I make one at home, I don't use real turds either. So, but a real poutine with turds, and you can get it at McDonald's, Burger King, pretty much any fast food place here. I went one time, I was in Port Huron, and I know you can get a poutine at Burger King in Canada. And then I just happened to say, can I have a poutine? And the guy was just looking at me like I had 10 heads. Like, what are you talking about? What's a poutine? And I'm just looking at him like, oh, right. I'm in the US. You guys don't know what you're missing. They're super yummy. Poutines are the bomb. And I can't find the E anywhere. Where is the E? Where are you? Where are you, E? Oh, there you are. Yeah, poutine. If you guys ever come to Canada, my friends from the States, you have to eat a real true poutine that I'm pretty sure originated from Quebec. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure it did. Does it tell me on this article where it came from? Yeah, it says the French, so I'm assuming it came from Quebec. And I just lost my place. Which number was I on? Right here, number 8. It says, yeah, it was from, I think it's from Quebec, because it's slang. It's a Quebec slang word meaning mess, like maybe messy, because the poutine can get messy. I don't know. And number 7 is, we say a lot at the end of our sentences. And I don't think I do, but I noticed at work today, because I was thinking about doing this topic. So at work today, I was noticing when something goes wrong on the line and I'm trying to get somebody's attention, I'll scream, "A!" And then I'm thinking, oh, I do say A. When I'm thinking, I don't say A at all. But at work, I say it a lot when I'm trying to get someone's attention. I'll just scream A and everybody looks. So yeah, maybe we do say A, but maybe I don't notice it because I don't think in any of my videos I've said it other than being like sarcastic about it. But I do notice at work when I'm trying to get someone's attention when something's going down, I'll scream A. And I'm not the only one that does it. Number 6 is we have the best bacon. Well, Canadians considered oh frig, what's it called? Oh, we have a different type of bacon, but we have normal bacon. But we have Canadian bacon, which is peamel bacon or something. I can't even pronounce it. But that's what we consider Canadian bacon, and it's like super thick and it has like this yellow coating stuff around it. It isn't bad, but it's not like my favorite. I'd rather eat normal bacon that you get in a package, like every other human being gets. That's the kind of bacon I like. What is it? Does it even say it on here? I can't even pronounce it. Oh, maple flavored bacon. Ew, I don't know if I've ever had that. It gets real cold in Canada. In some places in Canada, it does get super cold. I'm not gonna lie. Ontario, way up north in Ontario, it gets super cold where it's to the point where people have to plug in their cars because it's so cold. Here, the last few years, we've had a super cold snap. Last year we had one really bad, and then a few years back when I had my beetle bug, my car, my lime green beetle bug, was when we had one of those really cold snaps. And I got up to go to work and my car wouldn't start because it got so cold. My battery wouldn't turn over. And my pipes froze that year. But that was part of my ex-boyfriend's construction job that caused that to happen too. I fixed it since then, so it hasn't froze. But this year when we had that really cold snap, my bathroom pipes did freeze on my bathtub because my underneath my bathroom, it's not insulated in the laundry room where all the pipes are, which is kind of stupid. It should be insulated because that's where all the pipes are. So I had to put a heater on it to keep it warm so that the pipes wouldn't freeze and burst. Yeah, that was fun this year. And it was just on the bathtub that was getting super cold, which was weird. But that's what was going on there. So it does get super cold here, but no different than anywhere else. But in Alberta and stuff like that, it gets super, super cold. Now where my son is in BC, it doesn't get super cold and it barely snows. So it's like night and day because he lives in British Columbia by the sunny coast. So number four, did I read? Yeah. Number 4 is we drink Tim Hortons like it's our first job, and that is so true. I will admit that all Canadians are addicted to Tim Hortons coffee. I will admit it because I am addicted to Tim Hortons coffee. I have to have a Timmy's at least once a day. If I don't, I get a headache. So today I did not actually have a Tim Hortons. I had McDonald's coffee instead because I didn't have time to make lunch this morning. So like I said, I've had a rough week. So I went to McDonald's before work and got my lunch, and then I had a coffee from McDonald's this morning. But usually 9 times out of 10, I'll be hitting up Tim Hortons. Sorry about that. My phone cut off while I was talking about Tim Hortons. Oh, pissed me off. I don't know why it did that. That's the first time it's ever turned off on me. Number 3. We are all hockey fanatics. That is probably somewhat true. Now, as for me, I'm not really a sports person, but a majority of the male population is. But I don't think it's any different than any other country liking the sport, to tell you the truth. We all have that stereotype that Canada's about moose and, oh, like, I've only seen one moose the whole time I've lived in Ontario, and that was when I went camping up north. I just happened to see one with my friend Jen, God rest her soul, on the side of the road, and I tell you, they are massive. They are so big, it's scary. Like, if one of them hit your car, I don't even want to know the damage that will happen if one hits your car. They are big. Big, big, big. I was thinking about driving instead of flying to go see my son in BC, but just the thought of driving in the wildlife, I don't know, it's kind of deterring me a little bit. But I don't think I'd ever drive like during the nighttime. I'd stop. But still, just the thought of it scares me. The East Coast versus the West Coast rivalry is real. I don't even know anything that there's a rivalry between the East and the West Coast. I've never been to either or, so I couldn't tell you. But when I go out west to see my son, I'll let you know if there is. But I've never been to the East Coast, which I'd really like to go to because the East Coast is closer to me than the West Coast. I've always wanted to go and see. I would really like to go to PEI and see if the sand is really actually red. That's what I like to go see. You know where they say Anna Green Gables is from? That's what I like to see. I really like that movie. I'm enjoying hearing Jen read the book about it. Anna Green Gables. Number 1. Our bills smell like maple syrup. Not true. Our money is colored, which is different than the US. When I go to the US, I really have to be careful because all your money looks the same. But I've noticed that some of them are smaller than the others. Maybe that's how you guys know what's different. But I really have to keep a close eye when I go to the States because all your money to me looks the same. And I like about our money is all different colors. So you know what you're getting. And that was number 1. So yeah, just some fun facts about Canada I thought I'd do. I love the country I live in. I'm sure you guys have all realized that by now with my channel because I do always mention that I'm Canadian. It's because I'm proud. I'm proud to be a Canadian. I'm proud of where I live. I'm proud of my country. It's one thing I am proud of is I am so thankful and happy that my parents immigrated to Canada and chose to start their life here. Because I couldn't imagine my life being anywhere else but Canada. And that's the wonderful part about being Canadian is because we are so diverse with different cultures and different nationalities. And that's what I love about my country. And I like my province too. It ain't so bad. It has its moments with Kathleen Wynne, and I don't see Ford being any better, but now we're talking politics and we don't want to go there. But, and now, see, this was done before the pot was put into the situation, but now marijuana is legal in Canada and you are allowed to grow 3 plants per household. I don't have any, nor do I care to have any, but that is a thing. It is true. And I know a lot of people that have done it, that have plants growing. But that's not something that I'm interested in doing. I was never really one for smoking weed. I can't afford to smoke weed. To tell you the truth, I'd rather buy a dime painting. than smoke weed. That's how I see it. But this was just a short whip and chat, trying to get it out so that I can say I put one out on Tuesday, even though it's going to be late. And then tomorrow you'll get Bling Bling Wednesday. I think I got something worked up for that, which is going to be a little bit different. It's kind of going to be like a little bit of a post review and a time lapse. I'm thinking I'm going to do to make it a little bit different. And I don't know what's going on with my work schedule. I might be switching shifts this weekend. It all depends on what happens on Friday at the girls' doctor's appointment. And I'm hopefully gonna actually finally switch shifts, which is gonna bung me up a little bit on my YouTube. I'm gonna try so it doesn't, but I'm hoping it won't, but I don't know yet. But like I said, I should have taped this on the weekend, and I could have, because I was doing this painting and I've gotten pretty far on it. I didn't work anything on the custom because I was getting frustrated with it and I just needed a break from it. So I just basically put all my energy and concentration on this picture. And I've gotten pretty far and it's looking really good. And I kind of got this covered here because it is the bad part. And I don't know if I should show it on YouTube or not. I don't know if they're going to censor my channel because I'm showing that. But it does look super good, guys. It's turning out super nice. I really, really like it. I love all these colors. I don't like the confetti, but I am liking all these colors, and I find it takes me a long time to do a square. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up so I can have time to put this on. I'm probably not going to edit it. It's probably going to look a mess, but hey, it's all good. We'll see. Anyways, take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to know when I put up a video, please hit the notification bell and I'll let you know when all my videos become live. And if you like me and you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickle pink. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day or the rest of your evening, because this is late, or next week or next year or whenever you're watching this video, because I hope people go back and watch it that subscribe to me and go back and look at my other videos, because I do that sometimes. I'll go back and I'll watch other people's videos far back to see. I love whip and chats because I like to listen to it while I diamond paint, and I hope you guys too. So take care everyone, and I'm not going to edit that out, so there you go. Bye.